Hey guys, Nathan Brooks here again. Just wanted to touch base with you. I got some questions about RMS, which is the Real Estate Measurement System. It's old now, but still relatively new. I got questions from an acquaintance of mine out of province, um, but they were asking about the change in their house, and I knew them. I've worked with them before, not in real estate, but I've worked with them out in the field before. And I guess they're having the same application of RMS that we are, or very similar in their province. And the numbers of the square footage of their house changed very drastically. So they bought about 10 years ago, and now they're going to list, and it's down, the square footage is down almost 20%. And he was calling me to find out, is this okay? Is this normal? What's going on? Is my property going to be worth less? Is all of those kind of things, right? Because one of the evaluations that was a little more common was replace, repair, and kind evaluation. It's not something that I use readily, but I do know that there are some people that do use that. I would say probably more on the insurance side than anything else. So square footage does play a part in that aspect of estimation where you're going, okay, this property is 1,000 square feet, current construction. To rebuild this house is $300 a square foot. Therefore, your house is worth $300,000, right? Fairly rudimentary thing. Like I said, more used for really baseline estimates. Any agent worth their weight in salt recognizes that it's what the homeowners have done to the house, it's the nuances of the house, its location, it's all of these things. Square footage evaluation just isn't really a thing that any decent agent used. Again, if your agent is using that, no decent agent uses that. Just putting it out there. Anyway, so RMS, what it is, it's a very tight set of rules. This is my little gadget that I use for measuring. It's all digital, logs it into a computer. We have to track what we do, how we do it, or hire a service that is RMS registered to be able to go and do these things. It gives us very, very strict guidelines because before there was some rules, general rules that realtors followed, but good, bad, altruistic, not, they'd come into a sunroom, right? Not externally or not internally heated, but attached to the house, finished, insulated at the base, etc. Does that count towards square footage of the house, or does it not count towards square footage of the house? Some realtors yes, some realtors no. So we had lots of those kind of situations where a house could increase easily by a few hundred square feet just on the realtor's interpretation of livable space. So the real estate groups got together, introduced RMS. It gives us a very tight set of parameters, and it's going to change a lot of places, right? Condos, for example, are all measured interior, so we don't have to deal with party walls and how does it get split. Residential real estate generally is measured exterior. There are some rules when it comes to multifamily, etc., but those are some real general guidelines with it. How you measure all of these things depend on roof height. We have different things for if you've got a saddleback roof where it's very low on either side. My parents actually have a house that's like that. Not all that square footage counts because it's not per se usable, right? Anything under your 5 foot mark for a roof line is not considered usable. So if you've got two significant arches in your attic space you've built into a house, anything that's below 5 feet worth of head clearance, we don't count towards square footage, right? So lots of little nuances, lots of little guides. As this progresses in the next 20 years or so, of course, as real estate transitions and moves, everything will be under this and everything will be calculated the same. That's great. But in the interim, we have lots of these questions of how does my valuation work, what's going on with it, is it going to be more, is it going to be less, etc., etc. Right now, we're using RMS as a tracking tool. Square footage to an agent isn't necessarily the be all end all. It is part of what's going on, but you can walk into a 1,000 square foot, immaculately done home that could be worth more than an 1,100 square foot home that's cookie cutter or hasn't been redone, etc. And that's our job to analyze what's actually going on within that home to give you the proper evaluation. Square footage matters, but like I said, your realtor will be able to get you through that, and it's not going to change. It should not change your evaluation and what's going on with that. So, for more information, of course, or if you'd like to see what your house is worth, you can give me a call and we'll take a look and I can explain this to you fully and all the rules, all the guidelines, and everything's going on. So, you guys have a great day.